Hello there, it's the Archivist from tradingcardarchives.com, and I am here tonight to look at some Marvel cards. I've got 4 different boxes on the table, and we're going to clear these out. So these are all, boxes I've opened already and looked at before, but they all have a few packs left. I think this one literally has 2 packs left in it. But anyway, we're gonna open all that's left, and that will be, pretty much it for Marvel for me because I don't think I have any other boxes here. I might find some more, but I couldn't find any more tonight. But yeah, there's also some of my favorite sets of like all time on the table here. This one in particular, the Infinity Trilogy set from Upper Deck. I love this set. I opened like 4 or 5 boxes. I gave away boxes of this. Uh, yeah, it's awesome. That trilogy was amazing. Like anyone who lived through sort of that cosmic era of Marvel comic books remembers this, and this trilogy was just so wild. It was so crazy. I mean, there are sequences in there with Lady Death and the Pool of Reflection and all that stuff that didn't show up in any of the movies, right? Like none of the Marvel movies tried to address any of that stuff or the nihilism aspect of it. Like there's a whole philosophical aspect. There are so many more cosmic beings than were shown in the movies. Like so many more. And just like every single character was there too. Like I remember there's this one panel midway through the like omnibook where I can't remember exactly. I think like the Fantastic Four group is trying to like get them all together to go do this big attack against Thanos's base, and it's got everyone. Like you could, there's like 1,000 comic book characters sitting in this room. Like obviously like Wolverine's there, but like Ketchup and Mustard Man is in there. Like all these crazy people are all in this group, and you're just like they're all gonna go attack him together. It's pretty cool. So anyway, yeah, the Marvel Avengers movies sort of followed this storyline a little bit, the initial Avengers movies, but they really didn't capture it all the way, right? And so yeah, if you enjoyed what you saw in those movies, definitely check out the actual comic book because it is like it just takes the dial and it's just like here, let's just turn that up to like 28. It's just like all the way like 3 times over. It's very amazing. Um, yeah, I'll try. Let's get into the actual packs, and I'll tell some more stories as we go. Um, because yeah, I just I love Marvel cards, and so I've always had a bunch, and I kind of just wanted to get through the ones I have here. So this is Secret Wars. This is sort of the other big uh, uh, cosmic, I don't know, multi-universe storyline. This one actually included all the X-Men too. So it was like all the people from this, and then also the X-Men are in the Secret Wars. So yeah, Secret Wars is a huge thing. I've actually read the online. There are these guides you can get that tell you like what order to read all the comic books in to get all of the storyline for the Secret Wars, and it's like 200 or more comics that you end up having to read to get through it all. I've actually done that for both of these. Uh, it's just because I'm crazy like that. If you're going to try something like that, get the Marvel Unlimited subscription because then you can read all the comics you want for free. Basically, I mean you got to pay like I don't remember like $30 a year or something like that, but you get like all of them. So that's how I did it. I don't own those comics. I read them all online. But yeah, that was that was a lot of fun. So yeah, I've got 2 more Secret Wars packs. And then I've got oh three packs of Infinity War, and that's it. Sorry to say, I'm kind of sad. I bet you could still buy that. I don't know. I could go check Dave and Adams. They're probably still selling cases of that. Um, yeah. Anyway, okay. Then this one is pretty cool. So this is Fleer Ultra. So Fleer is owned by Upper Deck now. They all kind of merged together, but they still maintain it as a separate brand. And Fleer cards are kind of famous for being really thick. Like all the cards are thick. And so these are packs. So this is like a regular pack. That's not a relic pack. That's just a regular pack of Fleer cards. They're like, half an inch thick. So I've got 4 of those. And so like even the base cards of those are going to be huge. And that's it for that box. Another fantastic set. Like if you there's 2 that I love. The Midnight Suns set from Fleer is so cool. That has like all the horror Marvel cards in it. I really love that set. But this Avengers one too is I think really good. It just I don't know. It goes through all the storylines that like I enjoyed, so that's kind of probably why I like it. And then here we have something maybe a little different. If you know Western, these are Western licensed Marvel cards. This is also licensed Marvel cards. So these are officially licensed. There's no bootleg shenanigans with this. It's totally legit. These are from Kayou, the biggest publisher in China, and this is actually a TCG. So this is Marvel Hero Battle, the TCG. This is the 5th edition of that TCG, and we're going to open up all the packs we have left of that. And we'll actually gonna start with those because they're kind of they're the cheapest. So to give you an idea, that whole box costs about $30, whereas like a box of this costs like $200. So very different costs for the packs. But then again, this product is really only licensed for sale in China. So they have the Chinese license, right? So this is never sold outside of China, and so therefore the price protection can stay in, and we can arbitrage it the way we do. But yeah, this was a full-on TCG, like a full TCG. This is actually the 5th edition of it, because there were 5 expansions that happened, and they all included like hundreds of cards. So there's like 600 cards or something in the play pool for this. It has rules and everything. I actually made a video explaining all the rules in case you wanted to learn about it. But you can see like the cards have react effects on them, just like Magic the Gathering, on play effects. That kind of stuff is on here, right? Or if they start a battle, they have a certain effect. And so like all those rules are here. And so if you want to play this game, you kind of need to know them. But the thing we love these cards for is they are just beautiful cards too. Like as a Spider-Man card, that's a really good card. And that's not even like the best. That's just a rare. We'll see much better here today. In fact, there we've got an STR right there. Oh, we got a Ghost Spider STR. That's really nice. Yeah, the Wasp SSR is pretty nice too. But yeah, that's a Ghost Spider SSR. Sorry, that's just the SSR. Okay. So what happens with these cards at the SSR level is they make 2 different versions. So they make this version, which is the SSR, which looks cool, right? And you can see there it has a code to it, MW05. That's the set code, and the card number there is 55, right? They also make an SGR level, and that's a little bit more rare. It has the same foreground image, but a different background style, like a cooler background. And you'll see a little diamond down here. So if you ever see a card, one of these cards, and you don't know anything else about the set, right? You know nothing else, but you see a Hero Battle card. Look down there. If you see a little diamond near the code, either in front of the code or in front of the number, it's a very rare card, and you should pick it up if it's cheap, right? Because the person selling it probably doesn't know that they have like a very rare card. And that's just because they look similar otherwise. And so unless you really know the rarity symbols and the collection, you might not understand, right? And so here's a little tip for you. But otherwise, yeah, we've got a pretty cool, pretty neat set here. Let's keep going, open some more. We got, what's that? That's Man of War, I think. Got another Thor. You'll notice that in the rares, they will make like multiple versions with the same character. And so these full art versions like this, even though they're very common, the Widow is like that too. They're actually some of the most popular cards just because they don't have rules on them. And so they look more like a regular trading card. And so even Western collectors will often add those to their collections. Oh, we got another SSR here. Pretty nice Spider-Man SR there. But yeah, here's a Red Hood SSR. We are looking for CRs and MRs. So the rarity system here is complex, but it follows a lot of the Chinese rarity sets. So if you understand Chinese rarities at all, it's similar. But if you don't, rares are the base, SR is next, SSR is next, SGR is after that, then UR, and then we get up into CR, MR, and then CR. And CR is the top tier rarity. In a box like I opened here, the highest card we should expect to pull is an MR. I'm pretty sure you can't get CRs from these packs. Very nice Hulk there, though. And it, oh God. And I'm wrong. There's a CR. I'm sorry. I'm literally freaking out right now. I didn't think you could get CRs from these. That's wild. We will definitely be looking that card up. Oh my God. Okay, let me just get this Venom, clear this Venom here. Very nice Venom. So this is a full art SR. So these are very highly desired cards. People love them. So I'll put that right there. And then this is crazy. We have a Miss Marvel CR. So full art first. Even, you know, to the border, there's no border or anything. The art goes the whole way. We have just exceptional treatments. I mean, look at that. The shading makes it all look 3D. It's such a well treated card. The back, of course, is going to look boring because it's a TCG. But yeah, that is just a gorgeous card. Wow. I mean, anyone who is a Miss Marvel fan is going to just freak out over this one. Okay, so it's probably not the most expensive CR just because, you know, Miss Marvel, maybe not the biggest character ever. But still like a pretty well-loved character. I mean, she had her own show, so it can't be that bad, right? But it's not like getting a Spider-Man. A Spider-Man CR could be $500. Like it could be a ton of money. The other CRs, not so much. But we'll find out. I'm gonna go look that card up right now, and I'll be right back. All right. And just because with some of these people don't always believe me, so I'm gonna show you what I'm looking at. Uh, that's a big number. Don't get too excited about that. This is a PSA 10. They're saying there's a pop of 3 on that. I don't know if that's actually true. Like, not all of these have been pulled, so I don't think you can really state pop yet. I mean, obviously, like I just pulled one, so there is now a higher pop than that, right? Now, mine might not be a PSA 10. I don't know. I'm probably not going to get it graded. Oops, but I will. But I will let you know that like PSA will grade these cards. So because they are fully licensed, they are totally legit. PSA will grade them. So if if you were wanted to, you could grade it. But here's a more realistic price, 180. And that the reason I'm saying that's a more realistic price is because the seller is located in China. And so that's a person who had direct access to this product and has access to the secondary market in China. So they know the pricing, right? And the pricing is kind of set over there. So yeah, raw 180, you know, it feels high to me, but that's probably about the right price for this. At the same time, here we have one uh, from France that is set down at $60, which seems a little low to me. There's only one photo though, so we can't really tell if that's been, you know, it's possible the back is damaged or something like that. I really don't know, but yeah, I can't tell. I can't read French. But yeah, that is crazy. I wonder if there are any sold ones. Ah, well, sold tells a different story. Here at sold, you get $20 after 2 bids for a PSA 10, and that was just a month ago. So yeah, I think maybe you're not selling this for $180. Maybe you're selling this for like $10 or something like that. If I list it, I don't know if I will, but if I list this, you can see there's a Spider-Man sell for 50. That's a little bit more realistic, I'd say. I'd probably list it at about 50 is what I'd list it at. But I don't know. I might hold on to it too. I don't know. I don't. This is I think my second CR, so I might hold on to it. But yeah, that's awesome. I'm very happy about that. But also was not expecting that at all. I mean, here I am opening like the tail end of a 5 yuan box. That shouldn't have been in there. What I'm talking about there is you see this 5 on there, and the symbol, that symbol is yuan. It means like coin or it means round, but it's used to mean like coin. And so that's sort of like how on, I always say it this way, but on like that Arizona tea, it's like iced tea, the Arizona iced tea, they put like 99 cents like right on the can. It's printed on there on the in the factory so that nobody can sell it for more than that theoretically. People still sell it for more than that by putting a sticker over it. But they have to do something like that, right? And so, yeah, this is the same kind of thing, right? They're just trying to say like this pack is worth about 5 coins relatively, right? And there are 10 coin packs, and those ones have higher rarities in them. So it's a lot easier to pull a CR from a 10 yuan pack than a 5 yuan pack. And I think it's literally impossible from like a 2 yuan or lower. I just don't think they're in there. Here's another SSR, the beautiful one there of Jane Foster, or Lady Thor, as I call her. I hope that's, oh my gosh, I hope that's okay. I don't know. I think she's been called Lady Thor in the comics too, so I think it's okay to say that. Jane Foster, anyway. Yeah, let's keep going. We should not expect really any other big pulls because typically these boxes have one big hit in them, and that would definitely count. So, yeah. Oh, did we get like all the Spider-Man cards? I'm trying to remember if we had, no, we don't have the other one. There should be three. So there should be three full art Spider-Man cards in this set. So if we get all three, I'll leave them all up here. But you can see how they're awesome, right? Like if you're a Spider-Man collector, those are cool cards. Those are cards you want in your collection. And I've actually like given and sold a lot of these cards to Western collectors who are just like, hey, I want all the Spider-Man cards. And I didn't know these existed, right? And so they do, they exist. Same with Venom and Black Widow. Like there's a lot of collectors out there who collect single characters. Very famous collectors too. Like Big Dom on Instagram is a very cool guy, but he's got like thousands of followers and has, I think, the world's biggest. I mean, I'm sure it's the world's biggest Black Widow collection. He's got like every single card. And I sent him a few because I was like, I bet you don't have these. And he actually knew about some of them. He was like, oh, I do have some of those, but I didn't know about these other ones. And I was like, ah, I got him. But yeah, he had some Chinese cards already. He just didn't have all of them. Um, nice Captain America there. And yeah, here we go with some more. We got a Captain America SR and then a Mohawk um, Captain Marvel. One of my favorite Captain Marvel variants, the Mohawk variant. And continuing right along here with some more hero battle. I should mention that this is licensed in that, when it was printed, they had the license to print it, but they don't anymore. So Kayou does not currently hold the Marvel license in China. Kakao Card Fund have that license, and they make sets. They made like a Marvel Aura set a few months ago. You probably saw that everywhere because they published that in America too, or at least they sell it in America through through rip and ship type group people, and so that was a very popular product. But Kayou doesn't have this license, and so this TCG is defunct essentially. Meaning that like they won't print any more cards for it anymore, which means me opening these packs is lowering the total supply in the world, right? At some point in the future, there will be no Hero Battle packs left unless somebody stashed them away in their closets or something, right? There just won't be any left. Another Ghost Spider SSR. I guess we got two of those today. I wish we'd get the SGR because I always love being able to show like the SSR next to the SGR so you can see both of them. Yeah, this is also one of the few sets where I have a binder. So I don't personally collect a ton of cards. Actually, like I have well, I guess I do have a ton now. But I didn't really used to, and I don't have many binders. I should say I say that I have like a whole shelf full of binders. I have like 20 binders. But to me, that's not a lot. And One of those binders is a Hero Battle binder that I have been trying to complete this set. Well, I've mostly given up because when they stopped printing them, it became very expensive to continue to acquire it. So yeah, I don't really try to get it much more. It's a beautiful ghost spider there. And then we got a nice UR. Very nice Spider-Man UR. That is like a what kind of that's like symbiote Spider-Man, I think. I'm not quite sure, but that's a really nice UR. This card here could also be worth $5, $10, something like that. Really depends on exactly which Spider-Man. Like if that's a very desirable Spider-Man costume, it could be like a $10 card. If it's not, it's probably a $5 card. But it's interesting that the URs can also hold quite a bit of value in these sets. Okay, so that's Hero Battle. Awesome collection. I love opening it. I wish I had more. I really don't. I mean, I do wish. I just don't have more. Um, I was just thinking like I could get more, but I should not do that. But yeah, let me clean this up, and then yeah, because like I mean, if you don't know, I'm kind of slowly shutting the channel down. It's going to take me a while to do that just because there's a lot of product here that we still can make videos about, and I want to still make videos as long as I can. But we do have the house now, so we'll start moving probably next weekend, and so I have maybe 2 or 3 weeks left here where I can make some videos, and then after that I just can't anymore because that house is just too small. Can't do it from there. Also, it's up in the mountains. There's no signal or anything, so it won't be able to upload. But let's leave these two on the table because they are just beautiful cards. In fact, why don't we leave a Ghost Spider and a Lady Thor out too? And then we'll move on. And we'll check out some Western cards and see what they have to offer us. Why don't we start with Secret Wars? So yeah, Secret Wars. I didn't like it as much. I'm sorry. I was gonna go ahead and just say that. I loved Infinity War so much. I mean, I've read through the entire Infinity War, like the whole, like those big reading guides. I've read the whole thing like 3 times, three times, like all the way through. Right? I really love Infinity War, but mm, eh, not so much with Secret Wars. I've read it once, and then I was like, yeah, I don't think I'm gonna do that. Still, I mean, it was a good comic. Still, like it was a good storyline, and I actually love Doctor Doom. I don't know about Robert Downey Jr. as Doctor Doom, but I do love Doctor Doom's character in general. So I'm kind of excited to see what that looks like on the screen. Um, but yeah, and so Doctor Doom is kind of the main. I don't want to spoil it, but he's a main character in this. I don't want to say if he's a bad or a good guy, and that it kind of changes a lot. So you can't really tell a lot. But there's Professor X. I like the whole X-Men group is there. Even Magneto joins in to help out. We got a Doc Ock. It's a silver card. I was like, is this one gonna be numbered? They call it a rainbow, but it just looks like a refractor to me. It's Colossus. And oh, that's what is his name? Oh, I forgot. He's in one of the Avengers movies. I totally forgot his name. But this guy Colossus is hilarious. He's in all the Deadpool movies, right? And just kind of like he's like comic relief. It's against Deadpool, which is a funny thing to be. Yeah, why don't we leave? We'll leave Colossus out. We'll leave Flame On out just because. Oh man. Oh man. Look, I like the first Fantastic Four movies. Not the ones from like the 80s. Those ones I didn't like so much. But the one from the late 2010s, when Chris Evans played the Human Torch, that Fantastic Four movie, I actually really enjoy. Like, I like that one, and I know it's terrible, and I know nobody else likes it, but I do like that movie, and so yeah, Human Torch is gonna stay on the table in honor of Chris Evans' beautiful performance. And oh God, I loved it in the last Deadpool movie too, the third one. I'm sorry, I'm gonna spoil this one. But yeah, he shows up in there and he's like, and you're like, oh, it's Captain America. But no, Chris Evans is in the Deadpool movie as the Human Torch character. And I just think it's perfect. It's beautiful. It's everything you could possibly want. Here's okay. So people who know me are gonna know immediately why I'm freaking out over this. But yeah, I love 3D cards. I love comic book cover cards, and I love the Infinity Trilogy. So this particular insert set is my favorite insert set in the entire collection. You get a 3D version of all the major comic book covers from the movie, and it's lenticular. It's like fully 3D. Uh, Love it. I wish I had all of them. I don't have them all out here, but I think I have like 5 or 6 of these. And I wish I had the whole set. No, great. We got a Canadian. Who is that? Who is this? Omega? Weapon Omega, right? One of the other Wolverine type characters, but this one's very Canadian. And I like that the Canadian Avengers show up in there too. There's Namor, everyone's favorite sea person, ocean. Let's not talk about Namor. The guy always confuses me so much. Whenever he shows up in the comics, I'm always like, is he a bad guy? Is he supposed to be funny? Like, what is his deal exactly? Uh, and I don't think anyone knows. This is Black Widow. Like, if you thought if you thought ScarJo did a good job portraying Black Widow, you need to see the Infinity Trilogy Black Widow costumes. They are fantastic. I mean, oh, look at that one. That one's really nice. And yeah, I also love her hair there too. So yeah, I love everything about the Infinity Trilogy Black Widows. I'm not ashamed to say that. I will say that out loud. She's very beautiful in that. It's a pretty nice one there with all the different characters. I keep checking for numbered cards because there like are numbered cards in this set, but apparently not for me and not today. That one's still probably one of my favorites. I don't think I had this one yet. Yeah, that's cool. I like the collar, I like the hair. Everything's good. Everything's good about that one. Don't get me wrong, ScarJo did an amazing job playing Black Widow. Like, so good. Like, so good. Uh, it's just not quite that good. Oh, there we have the Scarlet Witch being very angry. She's always so angry. They disappeared. These are like, people who got snapped away. Oh yeah, this is like, I always want to tell this story. It's one of my favorite sequences in the in the trilogy. It happens kind of near the end, but this is Nebula. So this is Kristen. I can't remember the actor who played Nebula in the Avengers movies, but she was like the robot lady. Um, in the comics, she's much more human. She still has some robot components, but much more human. But at some point, Thanos like enslaves her in this space between life and death. So she's like right about to die, but he keeps her alive, and it's like constantly in that state. And that's kind of what she looks like then. Uh, it's a weird thing to do for sure, but I was always kind of fascinated by that. Like, oh, that seems like a Thanos sort of thing to do. And then they didn't do it in the movies. Like they kind of did. Like there's that point where Nebula is all like taken apart and floating in that room. I think that's supposed to be like their version of that scene. It just, I mean, obviously it lacks zombie, right? It doesn't have enough zombie in it is the problem. let's we'll leave the comic book cover out. We'll leave Human Torch out. We'll leave Colossus out. And we'll go to our last 4 packs of the night, the Ultra packs, which again are just massive. And does not mean the cards are worth more. They don't. Do not make that mistake. The base cards in this set are worth, just as little as the base cards in that set. At the same time, if you can pull like there's sketch cards in here, there's one-of-ones in here. If you can pull that kind of stuff, it can be worth a ton of money just because the cards are very premium. But you have to get super lucky. There's a Black Panther. I love too, one of the things I really like about this set is the art isn't just from the comics. And I say that, and we're looking at some of the top Jack Kirby art that's like ever been done in comics. So like that's beautiful art, and I don't have any problem with that art on comics. But it's not all that good. And so with the Fleer sets, they always commission custom art. So this is all like custom art for these cards. It's Korvac. Like I said, there's all these cosmic beings like that were never portrayed in the movies, but they're actually like a pretty big part of the comics. There's 2 different Avengers, and we also see 2 different parallel versions here. This is the base with the silver print, and then this green print is sort of the next level up of parallel, but it is not serialized, so you're not going to get any serial numbers until you get up into like blue and red parallels. And then we got 2 more here. Black Bolt. Such a oh, and we got a pink helmet. That one might be. Yeah, so pink is serialized. So there you go, 141. So there's helmet out of 141, and we need a very large sleeve for these. Probably not worth a ton. That's a pretty high number, right? 141. I would guess, just guessing, $10 at the most. That's probably way too high. It's probably $5 or something. But once you get down into like 50, 25, 10, the price goes up very quickly. Like the 10s can be, even the base 10s can be like $100 cards. But then again, there's only 10 of them in the whole world, right? So your chances of pulling one is also extremely rare. That's where the price comes from, obviously. If you don't know how prices work, that's how that works. Sorry, I'm sorry. Oh gosh. Okay. No more jokes. The archivist should not be making jokes. Just look at the cards. Okay, here we go. The evolutionary. This dude was a pretty cool villain too. I remember that guy. They never showed him in any of the movies either. Basically, my point here is that the movies were deficient. They weren't bad. They were just not as good as the comics in a lot of ways. Name origin. And then here we have a pawn. So this is sort of the chess mini set. It's always kind of a part of Fleer's thing. They make these die-cut cards that look like chess pieces, and the pawns are the most common, so they're not worth a whole lot. This one also not worth much, but if you can get like a king or queen, that's worth quite a bit, but then again, also very rare. Here we have a green parallel of Black Panther again. And then, who is this? Beyonder. Oh my goodness. I don't think I've ever seen the Beyonder in that outfit before. So the Beyonder, what happened during the cosmic era of these comics is the power level got just insane, right? And so you had Thanos who could control space, time, reality, uh soul, right? He could control all these things, and so he had like totally he could remake the whole universe, right? It's too much power. You have Galactus who can just eat an entire planet, and then you have the gold person. I totally forgot his name. Adam Warlock, right? The gold guy. Also, just insane power levels, right? Because he can fight Thanos even without the Infinity Stones. He can fight against Thanos. So like Adam Warlock, really, really, really powerful, right? So when all those characters were there, the comic book people they had to like scale higher, and they had to be like, okay, what could be even more powerful than someone who can rebuild the entire universe? And so the Beyonder is like from beyond the universe. And so whenever the Beyonder shows up in a comic, they're trying to do a reset. They're basically like, okay, we got to the point where there's just too much power, and we need the Beyonder to come and just make it all reset and be normal again, and then we can build it up again. So that was the Beyonder's purpose, or at least I always interpreted him that way. Because like whenever he showed up in comics, he would just wipe everybody out with like insane power that was beyond anything anyone else had, and yeah, it never seemed fair, right? Oh great, it's Trick Shot. Oh, it's not even that guy. Sorry, I thought this was gonna be Hawkeye. It's another bow and arrow person. So there's two bow. Okay, well, I already don't like Hawkman. I definitely don't like Trick Shot. I didn't even know Trick Shot existed. I don't like Trick Shot. There's a nice Black Widow though. Not as good though. Like, where's my Black Widow? Oh, I should have left that out. Sorry, let me get my Black Widow back out again. Do, 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 do. I don't know why I put that away. You know what? We're gonna sleeve it. It's a good card. Like, wait, like obviously, right? Like if we were doing like SMS voting here, and it was like, text A if you like this Black Widow, text B if you like this Black Widow, I would just be getting a bunch of B's, right? Like it would just be this one, it'd be like 100% this one and like zero this one, right? Like, that's obviously the better. Obviously, like it's obvious, right? I don't know. I hope it's obvious to everyone else. Let me know if I'm wrong. I'm sure someone will. The Mightiest spin-off. Okay, so this must be like celebrating some kind of young Avengers. Okay, great. All the other Avengers teams. Essentially, here's a gold or another green. That's Mockingbird. Again, the greens won't be serialized. They're like the first level before serialization. This is a medallion. So there are lots of medallion colors. Um, Silver is the lowest one. It's not going to be serialized. Still interesting card to pull, but just not the best. I had like a gold Captain America. That was a pretty good one. And then here we have Falcon with his cadre of actual Falcons. Was that a thing? I don't know. I don't. I'm gonna admit I didn't read a lot of Falcon comics, but I thought his thing was more that he like flew and fight. I didn't know he actually like utilized actual Falcons. Powers. He could communicate with birds and often went on missions with his pet. Okay, I did not know that. I'm good. I didn't know. I'm sorry. Look, I've read a lot of Marvel comics. I'm not joking when I say I've read like all 250 Infinity War comics like 3 times. I've done that. But it's very focused. I haven't read all the comics, and there's a lot of different ones. So yeah, I never read much about Falcon. Sorry, the Falcon. All right, here's our last pack for today. Let's get it open. And oh geez, I'm doing such a bad job. I'm sorry. Here, let me try again. Looks like we got a Tigra card. That'll be fun. So I cheated and looked at the back. We got, who's that? Mephisto. He's gonna be in the next movie too, I bet, because Mephisto is usually involved when Doctor Doom's around. The Wolverine. I don't know that for sure, but I'm just guessing. We got another one of these like comic cover cards. I don't know why, but I don't like these ones because it's got 3 different comic books and like a big frame. I like that. I don't like that. If anyone cares. If Upper Deck is listening, print more of that, print less of that. There. That's my TED Talk. Here is Wiccan. Another, yeah, let's not talk about Wiccan. Uh, here's, here's another medallion. This is Quake, but a silver medallion. And then we have a quite risque Tigra here. That is, huh. That is a very different. I don't think I've seen Tigra look like that before. That's pretty wild. I have no complaints. I'm just saying it's a little wild. I ask this every time, but what in like in the in the Marvels movie, I think Tigra is in it, and it's played by like a Saturday Night Live lady. I think. Am I crazy? I can't remember, but I think it's played by like a comedian. And she did a great. I remember her doing a good job because I remember being like a little bit scared of that. I was like, wait, they shouldn't put. Just let's not put Tigra in the movies. We'll just not do that, and everyone will be a lot happier. But they did it, and then I was like, okay, well, let's see what they did. And then I was watching, I'm like, huh, you know, huh, that's actually a really good interpretation of the character Tigra. Good job. Like, like in a way, you captured it perfectly. Like you didn't. Like you totally didn't. But in a sense, that's actually a pretty good way to show the Tigra character. So yeah, that was okay. Okay, Archivist approved. All right, there is our collection today. Again, we did fantastic. I'm just like literally over the moon. I mean, you heard me screaming like a little girl there when I opened this up. This is fantastic. A CR is always great to get. Miss Marvel, again, not the best character, but still like a pretty good character to pull and a beautiful looking card. So I'm very happy with that. Very happy with the 3D comic book that'll go right into my collection. And then yeah, I'm happy with the Black Widow too. That's just a regular card, but still very happy with that. Okay, so that is my Marvel opening for today. Hopefully you enjoyed what you saw. I'll try to get some more videos done next week. Um, it should be still pretty normal next week. It'll start getting weird after that. So like next week will probably be the last normal week. I'll try to schedule the final giveaway to happen like the week after that. So I might announce it like next. No, I will not announce it next Friday because I'll be gone. Next Monday, maybe something like that. But I don't know for sure. So please don't hold me to that. But we will do one more giveaway. It's going to happen. Just I don't know exactly when. Anyway, okay, there's our cards for today. Beautiful ladies of Marvel here. Even though that's not what these sets are about. That is absolutely not what these sets are about. And yet, kind of, sort of is what they're about. So yeah, today we did well. We did really well. And with that, I'll say goodbye to everybody. Hope you have a great week, and talk to you later. Bye bye.